50-year-old woman narrated in court how she was allegedly gang raped by 8 accused persons. One of Sierra Leone youthful Premier League club FC Callon unveiled their supporters' jersey. Now for the full news with Mariatu Dukure.
Hello and welcome to NewsWatch Online TV News Hour with me, Mariatu Dukure. One of the major concerns that citizens in Sierra Leone normally raise is the issue of price control. As a way to call the attention of the authorities to look into this matter, the Native Consortium has planned to stage a march in the city. Tene Conte has more details.
Price control has been a major concern in the country, especially for business owners. Even though people are hoping for it to become better, still the situation is getting worse. Edmond Abu is the founder of Native Consortium that has decided to stage a floor price march. He speaks more.
And of course, they never did any public perception survey, they never sound the opinion, they sampled the opinion of the people. So we issued a letter, we wrote a letter to both NAT, we copy the Sierratel and QCell for them not to adhere. Of course, the ban on Section 52 of the Finance Act. I mean, we have two issues. One is the floor tariff, and number two, the Finance Act says that only 10% of promo will be allowed or should not be taxable. So meaning indirectly also, they are asking the mobile companies to take away the promos. Take for instance, they used to have, Orange used to have what they call cola on Sunday. Meaning when you buy 5,000 on top up, you talk unlimited. Africell also have what they call Mutete. And of course, there is what they call the 100%. If you buy Africell on Wednesday, they will give you a 100% bonus. Orange on Fridays, they will give 100% bonus. Of course, QCell on on Tuesday, they will give you 100% bonus. So all of these people say they should terminate all of those bonuses. We were here, we saw what happened let us ask about the fiber optic. Because fiber optic supposed to give us cheaper data tariff and then with efficient and quality service delivery. The network connectivity is supposed to be we're supposed to have an improved quality connectivity. But as it stands, the fiber optic still the optic. It has not come down yet. People are not feeling the fiber. And yes, the NatCom is still pushing down hardship, increasing the cost of communication on the people. So that is why we think that is most unacceptable, and I think we need to resist it.
Business owners had this to say about prices for commodities.
It's difficult now because of the promotion, the way they pull. Because some people they need to buy 10,000 now, they less the price than 5,000. So if I say they get the sales, difficult now for them to sell. And the profit margin is small for the back, but when we know they for we they manage.
Would it be easy to with the other weekends, with the telecommunication business, and not do butter? Because all along we've been saying to talk to mama, and then started this Sunday more, and then Sunday weekdays. And weekdays, if I say we talk to them money for me to talk Saturday, I need to go far. And then Sunday more I can get time to talk to them because I weekend I can send money for that. Ask me how we do not the day. The thing we call we get, we'll give for some time. But since that thing now, we don't use that money. They are not doing for talk to them. But if I say they talk for long time, I'm more money.
Reporting for NewsWatch Online TV, I am Tene Conte.
The Minister of Information and Communication, Mohamed Rahman Soare, in an exclusive interview with NewsWatch Online TV, has disclosed some of the development plans that are ongoing and also spoke on the plans for Kenema districts.
It is absolutely very concerned and is taking very practical steps to address some of its challenges. Like you rightly noted in the intro, these are challenges that span over decades, right? We are going to address them all. It might not be all in one day. So very practical and realistic steps are now on the way to ensure that we resolve them. For example, when you talk about the road sector you just mentioned, we have just tendered 25 kilometers of inner city roads construction in Kenema town. This will see most of the major roads done. So this we believe is a major achievement. I mean, for like you mentioned, for decades, this did not happen here. So that's a practical step. The tender process has started. So this will be done over a period just so that they equalize with other regional capitals. That's currently happening. With the water supply you mentioned also, there is the three city water supply project. Most of the work is complete. Connection has to be done to individual households and what have you. But that's almost at the penultimate stage. So this too will resolve and address the water problems you mentioned. About the electricity thing you mentioned, there is also what currently obtains is an interim situation because we are exploring more sustainable alternatives to address what you just described as electrical power situation in Kenema, Bo and other places. We are one country that is very cooperative. We have done very well with the CLSG line. For those who might not know, the CLSG is Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone power, the West African power pool. We are in advanced stages to have that done. Hopefully, by media also, this will be resolved, and it will be a very sustainable solution to the power situation here. I understand moves are also being made to revamp the Dodo Dam and all of these things. So a lot of we are not just sitting and praying. We are taking concrete and practical steps to address these problems. I mean, I come from Kenema. You have a lot of government appointees who come from here. And like the president said, he is president for the whole of the Republic of Sierra Leone. What affects Kenema also affects other places. So we are going to spread out and ensure that we address these challenges. All we ask for is patience. Like he said at a recent address to at some gathering, he said, over the years, people endured while this country almost went to the brink, right? Let us exercise the same patience while we tackle the problems brick by brick, layer by layer. Most of their engineering works, I can't give you razor edge precision dates for their completion, but I'm pretty sure, like I said, the tender process is ongoing. With the roads, they just completed my road, which since growing up here as a young boy, I've never seen that road, a tarmac road. That is now been done. Only a bit of it now remains. So this is all work in progress. So I would say to our people, let us continue to exercise patience. It was long getting here, but I'm sure help is on the way. We are almost getting there.
50-year-old woman narrated in court how she was allegedly gang raped by 8 accused persons. This news was compiled by Yusuf Saidu Bangura and read in the studios by Howard Dauda.
While speaking through an interpreter, the victim said she recognized the 5th accused, Abdul Salam Fuller, as her nephew and recalled the day of the alleged incident. She told the court that on that fateful day, she was sitting in the compound together with her sister when someone informed them to enter into their house because the secret society members wanted to process in the community, which they did. She said as soon as she entered the house and closed the door, some people knocked on the door and pushed the door forcefully. Immediately, a stick which was behind the door hit her on her face, making her fall on the bed. The people entered into her house. I was on the bed when they entered and started shouting fearfully, "Don't touch me." They took me out and started slapping me on my face. The rope that was around my waist was cut, and so they removed my pants and started forcefully having sexual intercourse with me. After the forceful intercourse, blood started oozing from my vagina, she said. She explained that during the intercourse, she recognized someone by the name of Mana Kalon, who was not in court, but she could not tell how many people had sex with her because they beat her mercilessly. And the 5th accused took her to Gundama half naked. She said when they arrived at Gundama, one Chief Mori told them to take her inside to a room. In the morning hours, she went to the police station and made a report and her statements taken. During the cross-examination by lawyer A. Brewer, the victim was asked if she knew the people that had sex with her, to which she replied no, but said she knew the first accused as her brother. Defense counsel renewed his application for bail, but it was not granted. The accused person, Janet Bokari, Michael Patrick and Sumana, Alhaji Usman Fofana, more like Fofana, Abdul Salam Fula, Albert Bokari, Joe Jah, and Mustafa Aruna are before the courts on 8-count charges of conspiracy to commit rape, conspiracy to kidnap, conspiracy to false imprisonment, rape, wounding with intent, and other 13 related charges. Police prosecutor Assistant Superintendent Moses Moore alleged that all the accused persons on Sunday the 11th January 2020 at Montauk Village, Kapanda, Kemo Chiefdom in Bont District conspired together with others persons unknown to rape a 50-year-old woman. On counts 2, 3, 4, and 5, the accused person on the same date and place alleged conspired together with other persons unknown to kidnap, falsely imprisonment, rape, and wound the victim with intent to do her grievous bodily harm. Meanwhile, Magistrate Abdul Sharif remanded the accused persons at the Male Correctional Center at Pademba Road and adjourned the matter to Wednesday the 18th March. Reporting for NewsWatch Online TV, I am Hawa Dauda.
Remember, you're still watching NewsWatch Online TV News Hour with me, Maria Tudukure. Now let's go for a quick break. Welcome back. You're still watching NewsWatch Online TV News Hour with me, Maria Tudukure. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our Facebook page, which are both NewsWatch Online SL. Now for sports. One of Sierra Leone's youthful Premier League clubs, FC Calon, has unveiled their Aera supporters jersey. The unveiling ceremony took place at the Siaka Stevens Stadium hostels in Freetown. Howard Dauda has more details.
The unveiling ceremony brought together the management and supporters of the club across Freetown. Tunde Scott is the acting chairman of FC Calon. He speaks more about the jersey.
It has been a while. We've been promising them a good jersey. So that's the main purpose, because the fans are making the team happy, so we want to make them happy. I believe we spent about 46,000 euro for the jerseys, including the team jerseys in all categories, because we have the under 14, under 16, the Division 1, the Premier team, and FC Calon Kenema. Well, they will get them as you've heard at the conference, that they will have them by their supporters, 28 Charlotte Street, Manager Bar, and Bukum at Abacha Street.
Supporters who gladly bought the jersey as their own ways to support and motivate the team has this to say.
Well, why I decided to join FC Calon? I look at the man of itself for the team. They don't do a lot for Salon football. And me only two way now for supporting team and give back to anybody. Don't give back to Salon. And myself as an individual and give back to them. I make a pledge me support for FC Calon.
A wonderful ceremony, and very important, like when I hear the various speakers and say for the supporters then. Of course, we all know the season don't start. We don't see the FC Calon supporters then put on the jersey the team may play with. And we're not saying a process, because this jersey get from way out there from Italy. So what we get on today make everybody feel good as a supporter or fan of FC Calon, especially when it comes at a moment where they play East Lions, when I big fixtures like the Salon Premier League.
Supporter jersey I see on my body, so now I feel very unique because I put on the sky brown when I wear a brown where FC Calon carry. And when I can know and testify, we say FC Calon we no more can do nothing no they can put sky with a jersey business. As soon as we the young shall grow, we na team tiki taka, team chen, team bluff, team all team. So we manager and the CEO of this club can know waiting for couch for the supporters. So I feel very unique right now for put on the jersey, waiting on the body right now. And I'm happy to put it on.
Reporting for NewsWatch Online TV, I am Hawa Dauda.
The Western Area Basketball Association has embarked on their annual WABA Championship at the Siaka Stevens Stadium basketball court in Freetown. 9 teams are participating in this year's championship. Umar Kagbo, the organizing secretary of the organization, had this to say.
That's called like that's 26, 16. No.
Competition is basically organized by the Western Area Basketball Association. It is mandatory for every blessed year. We do organize our regional competition. And as you can see, this competition started way back in February 29, and we have proceeded up to this level. And there are 9 teams that entails in this particular competition that we are aiming at achieving and promoting and trying to make basketball as a sporting discipline challenge to that of other sporting discipline with the likes of football as far as Sierra Leone is concerned. That is fact. In this part of the country, you can attest to the fact that basketball is not a popularized game. But if you compare to the likes of Europe and that of America, of course basketball is as a culture in America is the most prominent and exciting sporting discipline you can ever think of. But here in Sierra Leone, basketball is not of fame as a sporting discipline as compared to football, where less of athletics. And we do have formal relationship with them because we are subset of the federation. So as far as getting a cordial relationship for basketball, it entails the parents for the federation. And the federation is charged with the mandate of organizing basketball activity in the entire country, and we are just a subset. So asking about relationship with the federation is really cordial as far as basketball as a sporting discipline is concerned.
Thank you very much for watching NewsWatch Online TV. News Hour with me, Maria to the Great. Till we meet again. Goodbye.